What's going on YouTube? It's your friend Siren Frost coming at you with another deck profile update today. And we're doing my all-time favorite, the classic, the one, the only, Borreload Dragon deck profile. And now I remember a lot of people used to make my first video of the Borreload Dragon, if I recall, the Borreload Dragon with the Rebirth gained a huge amount of views and a lot of likes and some dislikes. But that's okay. So, that was like one of the decks that you all voted, I would say voted, and become one of the best decks I've actually created. And it brings back one of those classic things, nostalgic, of me being the former Black Rose duelist back like 8 years ago, I would say. So it was kind of nice to, get a good feel about this. And like I said, you guys, the new set, the Sisters of the Rose set, gave me so many opportunities and so much good things, that from Harpies to Black Rose to Cyber Angels to Luna Lights, fuck the train shit, y'all can have that shit how much you fucking want. I want to stick by to what I know and what I love. And the trains were just not cutting it for me. Plus I hate the bitch who plays them in Zexal, so fuck that bitch. Anyways, without any further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right into this video of my Borreload Dragon deck profile. So for monsters, of course, we're starting off with 3 Blue Rose Dragons. Not only is she the main card you want to search out for, or want to have, but when she is sent from the field to the graveyard, when she is destroyed and sent from the field to the graveyard, you can bring back 1 Black Rose Dragon or 1 plant type monster from your grave and summon it to the field. And this may come quite a bit of a shock to you guys, but in this kind of deck profile, we don't usually use too many plant types, which is kind of weird for some people, but oh well. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Red Rose Dragons. One of the newest cards that came out from the Sisters of the Rose set is a level 3 Dragon Tuner effect monster, and her special ability is, if this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can special summon 1 Rose Dragon from your hand or deck except Red Rose Dragon, obviously Blue Rose. Then, if it was sent for a synchro summon of Black Rose Dragon or a plant synchro monster, you can also add 1 Frozen Rose or 1 Blooming of the Darkest Rose from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Red Rose once per turn. So, I kind of forgot when I played this deck at Locals one time when I beat the shit out of somebody. Remember, you don't piss me off when I get angry, So basically, she can search out for, she can summon, so anytime you summon a Black Rose Dragon or a plant synchro monster, you can gain 1 spell or a trap card that has basically the rose in its name. I'm going to just keep it simple right there. And it's a level 3 tuner, so now the only thing we're missing, as I recall, we're missing the White Rose Dragon. But I don't know if we're going to get that in as a TCG exclusive pretty soon, as an import pretty soon in the future. I'm not sure. I hope we do, because this will complete the All-American flag of the Red, White, and Blue Rose Dragons. And yes, America, that's exactly what I meant to say, and you know what? America is ruled by dragons, so fuck you. Now, for the supporting cast members, we also have 2 copies of Twilight Rose Knight. Now, we can't have a Black Rose deck without the classic nostalgic, like the good feeling to this. Now, we all know, I'm sure you all know what he does. So, and most of you guys do not know because you haven't seen plant decks in like over a millennium, as I'm going to assume it. Basically, what he does is when he's summoned to the field by normal means, you can special summon 1 plant level 4 below plant type monster from your hand. And as long as he's on the field, your opponent cannot target any plant type monsters on the field for attacks. So, there you go. Next, we played 2 copies of Fallen Angel Roses. She's one of my personal Rose cards as level 7s, then her sister, the Queen Angel. Now, I chose Fallen Angel because she has a very simple effect. You can return 1 plant type monster on the field to special summon her from your hand, but she banishes herself when she leaves the field. That's the unfortunate part, so... But, it is what it is. And last in the Rose cast, we have 3 copies of Rose Archer. Basically, if your opponent activates a trap card while you control a face-up plant-type monster on the field, you can send this from your hand to the grave to negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. Not too bad if you ask me. Now, for the other supporting cast, we have 1 copy of Globop, Sorry if the glare is kind of bad right here, you guys. I am so sorry. Let me see if I can get this. I don't know. That's kind of like bad right there, but I want you guys to see all the cards. So if you guys can do the glares for a little second, I am so sorry. Next, we got 1 Spore, 3 Lonefire Blossoms, and of course, we cannot forget. Let's not forget the old classic beater from my old previous videos, and he's still a classic to this day. 2 copies of Gigaplant. Now, I know you're all thinking, well, you don't usually run a lot of plant type decks, plant type cards, so why are you running 2 of them? Well, if you guys remember me, basically, Borreload Dragon has always been my ace monster in the deck ever since 2011, so Gigaplant is also the backbone as well. And before then, we got Lonefire Blossom and Debris Dragon, and before it got banned, Dandelion. But since Dandelion is chilling in a jail cell right now, in the banned jail cell right now, we have to use some improvisions. So, Gigaplant has always been there, and he's never let me down one bit. So, I don't care what you guys think. This is my own personal preference on the deck itself, and what I'm used to growing up into. And of course, you guys are probably all thinking, why don't you run any hand traps in the deck? That will save you so much time. Well, basically the hand traps are meant for exclusively for my competitive decks. And since the Borreload Dragon deck back then was never a competitive deck for me, nor Harpylays, I don't see the whole point about running them quite yet, unless until I figure out a good recipe. But until then, I might just set them for future reference. But yes, so anyways, that's all the monsters. Now for spell cards, we're playing the new card called 3 copies of Frozen Rose. Basically what this card does is basically your draw heavy, or your searcher. One of its effects, I can send 1 face-up monster I control to the graveyard. And if it's a plant type monster, during the end phase of the turn, I draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card. So that's the one effect I kind of forgot. And then if it's a non-plant type monster, I can add 1 level 4 below plant monster from my deck to the hand. So I can actually get Lonefire Blossom if I want to, or Glow Bulb, or anything for that matter. But yes, this is actually either a draw heavy, a draw power, or a search effect. So that's what I prefer to stick with my guns with. Next, I'm playing 2 copies of Mark of the Rose, because that's a card, another classic card back then when I used to play a full plant Black Rose plant deck. Now, I can go back to my old channel and revive that deck if I really want to, but the game has changed a lot and it's growing and shifting. So, you gotta use some new cards combined with the old. So, this is like the old versus the new. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about that. Next, I play 3 Black Gardens because this deck does revolve around Black Garden a lot. So, basically, one of the monsters I will show you later in the video that it revolves around Black Garden makes sense. Next, we're going to try out one new card. It's called Uni-Song Tuning. If you guys are not familiar with this card, which recently just came out from Savage Strike, this card is a sick one, as my friend told me. So basically, it says target 1 tuner in either graveyard and 1 face-up monster on the field. Banish that tuner in the graveyard. Then, until the end of this turn, the level of the target monster on the field becomes the level of the banished tuner. Also, it is treated as a tuner. You can only use the effect of Uni-Song Tuning 1 per turn. So basically, you can turn, if you already used Glow Bulb's ability once before, you can just simply banish it, and one of your monsters on the field gains that level, becomes that level. So, again, that's considered like another Black Rose Dragon right there. So this is like a whole new thing for you. So if you think I'm full of shit, give it a whirl. Next, we got Upstart Goblin just for 1 extra draw power, and even though you're probably getting 1,000 life points, that's only a small handful. Then we got, man, I fucking hate these. I may have to get some new sleeves, you guys, because these sleeves are getting really old. So we got 1 monster reborn, Raigeki. Oh god damn it! So see, Raigeki. And 1 Scapegoat, because Scapegoat is going to be limited to only 1. Now, due to the ban list. So, that's fine, though. Like, you can actually make a lot of plays as well as you combine power of Rose tokens and Scapegoat tokens together. So, it's not a bad combination. So, and I remember I used to play Scapegoats in Trickstars, but then since the new support came out, I don't fucking need it. So, my plants will have their day and their moment someday. Well, for traps, I played 2 copies of Blooming of the Darkest Rose, another Black Rose Dragon card. which I'll read to you one of the effects in case you guys don't know what it does. Special summon 1 rose token in defense mode to either field up to the combined numbers of cards in the field zones or field spells in the graveyards. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 Black Rose Dragon or 1 plant type monster in your monster zone, banish it, and if you do, place this card on the bottom of your deck. During the next standby phase, return that banished monster to the field. You can only use the effect of Blooming Darkest Rose once per turn. So this will help you revive Black Rose Dragon quickly, or in case your opponent may have some kind of a slide to it, then basically you can activate its effect in the graveyard, save your Black Rose Dragon, and then you can return this card to the bottom of your deck. And then during your standby phase, it returns back to your field. Next, since we're still running plants in the deck, believe it or not, we're playing 3 copies of Wall of Thorns. Basically, this is like a mirror force, but for plants. When a plant type monster is being declared is targeted for attack, you can sprung this trap, and it destroys all attacking monsters on your opponent's side of the field. That's all it does. Fucking mice. Next, we play 1 Torrential Tribute and 2 Pollinosis. Basically, this is an old trap card, but it helped me out a lot. When a monster would be normal special summoned or a spell or trap would be activated, I contribute 1 plant monster I control, negate this summon or activation. If I do, destroy that card. So this will be a huge problem to some Ultra Guides players or Trickstars or any other meta players for that matter. But I haven't had exactly right proper testing in order to confirm this logic. So yeah, that concludes the main deck profile for the main deck, and now for the extra deck, which is consistent of my old personal favorite of summoning is Synchro Summoning. So for Synchro monsters, we're playing 2 copies of the classic, my avatar still and my lover to this day, Black Rose Dragon. And then we're playing 2 copies of her light version, 2 Black Rose Moonlight Dragons. So I got some for destruction, and I got a pair to set a monster from your opponent controls back to the hand. So not a bad combination if you ask me. Next, I played 2 copies of Garnet Rosemane. This is the one I was kind of telling you about. When she is summoned successfully, you can add 1 Black Garnet from your deck to your hand, and then you can banish this card to revive either a Black Rose Dragon, or target 1 Rose Dragon monster or 1 Dragon Synchro monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only use each effect of Garnet Rosemane once per turn. So not too bad. And then we played 2 copies of Splendid Rose, which of course Akiza used this card very well in her first time speed dueling, turbo dueling. For most of you guys who are not familiar with him, basically what Splendid Rose does is that by cutting his attack point by banishing 1 plant type monster in your graveyard, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls and cut its attack by half. And then, if this card destroys an opponent's monster, you can banish another plant type monster to attack again with only half of its attack. So not too bad. And then, we all probably know this old ditty. 2 copies of Queen of Thorns. This one was a pain in everybody's ass. A thorn in everybody's ass, literally. Basically, anytime if either player summons a non-plant type monster, you get hit for 1,000 points of damage. So this hurts you for a lot of damage. Then for Link Summoning, we got 1 Saryuja, Borreload Dragon, Summon Sorceress, Link Spider, and a Proxy Dragon. I can't find any other good cards that may go with this, so I'm just winging it for right now. But yes, this is what I have for the extra deck. Because I was only going to do like a lot of tuners and for a lot of Synchro Summoning. But I think we have a very good amount of Synchro monsters and Link monsters. So, yes. And so that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. And of course, you know me, there will always going to be a full list in the description down below. Now, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. If you guys like this video, if you guys think this is a better upgrade than my previous videos, or you may think I need to tweak it a little bit longer. I don't know. That's up to you guys. The comment section is all yours, guys. Anyways, even to this day, after 8 years of playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, this deck has always been a big part of my heart. And of course, I lost it the very first time 8 years ago, but then I slowly gained back all the cards back with whole new power. So anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, thumbs up for it, comment down below, etc. And let me know what you guys think about this deck profile today, or what you think about this video today. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to stay tuned for more deck profiles and vlog episodes coming near you. Okay? You guys have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.